Hey gang, it's me. So I'm just sitting down to eat some lunch and I'm not like polished and put together, and honestly most of the time I'm just not polished or put together. I'm usually in a t-shirt and maybe I've done my hair. So today I've done my hair, and I really wanted to get on video and walk with you guys through this article and give you a little bit more context on why these particular three strategies will actually like help you see results with marketing to your fans. So I'm going to walk you through sort of what those results are for each one of these things. These are things that you can watch. So what do I mean by that? When you send out an email, like any one of these emails, you can watch what happens next. You can watch the reaction of your fans, and watch what the people on your email list are doing, even watch what happens on your socials. More on that in a moment. So let's talk about what these strategies are. If you're on my email list, you got this blog post sent to you already. And if you're not on my email list, head to sarahshepardstudio.com. There's a sign-up form right on the homepage. You can get on that email list and have articles like this sent to you when I post them. So growing an email list, we all know, we've been told to do this a million times, especially if you're a musician. You've probably heard it like a broken record over and over again. You need an email list. You need an email list. You need an email list. Why? Why do I need an email list? Well, I actually have an upcoming article on that will go into a lot of detail. But chances are you probably have an email list. I'm thinking that you haven't used in a long time. If that's you, if you maybe signed up for a MailChimp or who else has email list stuff? Maybe you're using your Squarespace website's email like list gathering features, but you haven't emailed your fans in a long time and you don't really know what to say to them, especially now. Like, oh my God, it's literally been maybe even years and you haven't emailed your list. That's okay. That's totally okay. Here are some things that you can literally email your list today, and I'm going to show you what the results of these emails can be. So literally at any point in your life, in your career right now, you can email somebody these emails, and a really great one, if you haven't emailed your list in a long time, reintroduce yourself. Just send them a little email. It doesn't have to be long. It can be 300, 500 words, or you can write. You can be long-winded if you want to. But send a little email out that reintroduces yourself to your fans as you are today. I know artists, like, we are constantly reinventing ourselves. We're constantly interested in different things and gathering inspiration from different things. We're rebranding ourselves. We're changing our image, our hair, what we talk about, what our message is in our art, because we're inspired by so many different things. So chances are the person that signed up for your email list a year or two ago is, familiar with what you were into at the time. So send an email out reintroducing yourself and what you're into these days. Maybe that's like, hey everybody, I am recording new music. I'm really inspired by these topics. I just wanted to reach out to you and let you know that I'm still here, I'm still making music, and I'd still love to share it with you. Sort of that, just like, hey, let's touch base, remind them why they are on your email list, remind them who you are, and then show them what you're up to these days. And then at the end of your email, or really throughout your email, but let's just say at the end of the email to keep it like simple for now, pop in a call to action, or a CTA. This means this is like the action that you want a person to take at the end of your email. Calls to action are great. You've probably heard this term before, but they can appear on websites, on emails. They can appear in ads. They're pretty much everywhere, and they are that note that you want someone to end on, particularly because it's the next action you want them to take. So at the end of an email, pop in a little call to action, and ask them to do something that you would find helpful for your career nowadays. Maybe that's follow me on Spotify because you're putting a lot of effort into Spotify, or you're going to be doing a lot of playlist campaigning upcoming. So pop in a little call to action at the end that would help you with what you're focused on now. And then I like to say, include a CTA in every email. Never leave it on sort of like a dead note where it's like, okay, here's an email, done, they've read it, and now it's up to them to go do whatever they want to do. No, put a call to action at the end and let them know, hey, you've read this email, here's another thing that you can do that's involved with, my world, my music, whatever it may be. So so reintroduce yourself. Results. What do you get? What are the results that you get from this email? I'm going to say two things. One is going to be pretty obvious and the other is going to be pretty controversial, but I'm going to tell you why it's awesome. So the first result that you will see from this email is the response and the conversion on your call to action. How many people are actually doing the thing that you have put in front of them or asked them to do? When you see how many people have converted on that call to action or clicked on that button or clicked on that link, whatever it was that you put there, that will tell you, okay, cool. 50% of people clicked on this link. 50% of people who opened this email clicked on this link. Is that what I'm aiming for? Can I get that number higher the next time I send this email out? How can I restructure my email to perhaps get more people to click on this call to action? Or maybe the call to action just isn't resonating with them. Is it something in the writing of the email that you can update and adjust? You can sort of test and see how people are responding or converting on your call to action button. Okay, and then number two, which is not so obvious, you may get unsubscribes. This is a good thing. This is a really good thing. In fact, anybody who unsubscribes from your email list, it's great. That's somebody that you don't have to physically go and unsubscribe yourself. Plus, if you are on a paid plan somewhere where you are paying per subscriber to be on your email list, like, let's say each subscriber winds up, like every subscriber that you get, your monthly rate for your email marketing platform starts to increase. Anybody who's just sitting there is costing you money. So anybody that unsubscribes from your email list literally is just saying, this is not for me for whatever reason. It could be any reason. And they are excusing themselves from your email list. You don't have to pay for them anymore. You don't have to try and talk to them or like sell to them or like try to convince them to buy your music or whatever it may be. They are moving along with their life, and that is great. That is awesome. This is how you filter out the people who aren't really as interested and keep the people who really are interested. So don't sweat the unsubscribes. They really are great for just building a strong audience. Okay, so let's move on down to email number two. I'm getting a little long-winded here, but email number two that you can send out today and start to see some real results. So email number two, share a music video and a story about it. So, it doesn't have to be a music video. If you don't have music, full production music videos, you don't have to share that. Share any video content that you have. So like, for example, I'm like, got a music video on your YouTube profile that needs some views. Send out something that maybe needs some views, or send out something that was your most popular video and see how that responds again. Or see how that lands. It doesn't have to be a new video, but what is the new stuff that you're adding for your people who may know this information or like may have seen the video already? Add a little story about that video. It can even just be a short paragraph, like when we were filming this behind the scenes content, it started pouring down rain and my hair and my makeup started just running down my face and it was not great, but we made it work and that's why there's rain in the video or something like that. Like any kind of like behind the scenes story about the video. If you don't have like a story that you think is really fun about behind the scenes, maybe it's inspiration on where the video came from. Or if it's just a sit down video of you playing a song, maybe it's inspiration about where the song came from. Just add a little bit of a story in the body of the email to give more information and to give more context and sort of more entertainment about that video. And this UX design tip, if you really want to make this video effective, this is a little visual tip from a designer. Include a screenshot of the video with the play button on top of it. So you can do this in Canva, you can do this in Figma, Photoshop, any like editing software like that, photo editing or graphics making software. Take your screenshot, maybe it's a screenshot or maybe it's a thumbnail that you have on YouTube or it's just a random screenshot from the video, but put a play button on top of it. Something about putting that little play button on top of a thumbnail like that really entices people to click on it. So that'll like get you a few more clicks if you do that. And then, of course, you want to link that thumbnail, link that whole image to your video. But yeah, so results that you'll see from this particular email. Email number 2, share a music video or a video and a story about it. Number 1, you're energizing your audience again. If this is an old email list that you started a long time ago, you're re-energizing them by sending them this new story with a video they may have seen already. Or maybe it's a new video, and that's totally fine too. That you're re-energizing your list with some new content. And you are also directing them to watch your video. So you're going to see some views. You may see some subscribes. Watch whatever video that is that you sent out and see what happens. See how it performs. Do you get a spike in engagement or views on that video? That can be really helpful. Again, thinking a little bit into the future, if you are about to, let's see, what would be a good reason? Let's say you're about to book a tour and you have a lot of performance videos of you like in your house doing acoustic stuff, maybe all during, quarantine season, you are in your home doing a lot of live shows, just like streaming. Include a video of that and talk about how you're going on tour soon. That way people will remember, oh my gosh, yeah, she's a really great performer. And they'll be interested in coming and seeing you live, re-energized. So that's email number 2. Last but not least, email number 3 that you can send to your fans, to send to your email list today to start seeing some results from an old list that may be a little bit dusty. Ask your fans a question and prompt them to hit reply. This one's really cool for a couple reasons. My favorite of which being that they're both pretty awesome and they work together. So, okay, when you ask your fans to hit reply on an email, what you're doing is twofold. You're signaling to inboxes and to email providers and internet service providers that your email address is safe to accept mail from, essentially. You're getting like a higher trust rating with inboxes, meaning your emails are going to like be a lot more likely to end up in somebody's main inbox and not in like spam, junk, the promotions tab or whatever. You're signaling, like whenever anybody hits reply on your email, you're signaling this is a trusted source. The user of this inbox wants to interact with this sender. Cool, we're gonna let it through. And secondly, you're really, really opening up a great line of communication with your fans. Like, how cool is it? How many marketing emails do you get that say, hit reply, I'm literally here. I'm a real person and I'm here, and you can hit reply and I will respond to you. That's awesome. That is a really great way to build trust with the fam, with this person who is on your email list. And it's a great way for you to get to know them. It's really easy to just sort of call these people fans and email addresses, and like it sort of homogenizes and anonymizes them all. But they're individual people, and this is a great way to get to know the individual people on your email list and strike up just great fan to artist relationships with them, which of course is going to serve you in your career in the long run and make them feel really special. So I definitely recommend trying this strategy. So the results that you'll see from here, you'll probably have better open rates on your emails that you send out in the future, because you're telling inboxes like, this is a trusted source. Everybody who's hit reply on this email is like, this sender is good. So you'll probably see better open rates, better delivery rates, better conversion rates overall, because more people are likely to see your emails. And I would say that you might see better sales. You might see better interaction on your email in general, just because, people are looking forward to your content now because they've talked to you and they're like, wow, this person is really here on the other side of this email. I can't wait to interact with them more and see more of what they have to say and share. So let's see. And of course, if you really want to level up, you can totally send all of these emails out. You can use all of them. You don't have to pick one of them. You can send them all out, schedule them out in advance so that every Monday one of these 3 emails sends out, so you have 3 weeks of scheduled emails, and you don't have to worry about scheduling emails for 3 weeks. Now you have 3 weeks of emails to go out, all scheduled up. So that's what I got for you guys. I hope this adds a little bit more context on these emails for you and this blog post for you. Of course, if you are not on my email list, you can see there's a sign up form right here at the bottom of the post. Feel free to jump on. You'll get content like this delivered to your inbox. And I will talk to you soon. I'm going to finish this pizza. It probably needs to be reheated by now. Talk to you soon. Bye, guys. Have a great day.